So I decided not to go to Fort, and I decided not to go to Lanhydrock, so I'm heading towards Thor Motorcycles. It looks like I'm heading towards his rain shower as well, but we'll see. I don't know if Thor Motorcycles is open. They're an Indian dealer, and I was going to just go and have a look at, they also do the new Benellis, a few other bike makes. I think they do the BSA as well actually, so I was going to have a look anyway. If not, I'm just going to swing round in a loop and head home really. I'm just saying, I'm overwhelmed by people watching the channel and some positive comments. I'm not professional, I don't intend to be professional. Photography, I enjoy it, but it is really sort of not a hobby as such, photography, but it's more a way of recording my adventures and stuff I like doing, whether that be walking, messing about in the sea, bit of fishing, cycling occasionally, and obviously my motorbikes. I probably do more with my motorbikes now than anything else actually. I've always been a biker, and I've got back into them big time really, and they're my main sort of thing for enjoyment really, I guess, these days. Right, let's go and have a look if Thor Motorcycles is open. It probably won't be, but you never know. Ooh. It's just not been enjoyable to go out with this weather. It's just rubbish, you know. I mean, you can't do any filming, you don't really want to spend time walking around in the peeing down with rain, and it's just not fun. So just got over the A30 now, and this road takes us down into Bodmin basically, or near Bodmin, and Thor Motorcycles is just here on my right hand side, so I don't know if it's open or not. It's a bit further down actually. That's the brewery there next door, which I might actually call in on the way back actually. As I do like a beer, but I can't have a beer when I'm riding a motorbike, of course I can't. And I haven't got no stuff to carry with me, I'm just me on the bike with my clothes, so I've got no way of carrying bottles of beer and stuff like that, so don't think I'm going to be able to do that, am I? Thor Motorcycles is just down there. No, it's all closed up. Oh, that's unfortunate. I didn't know if it was open on a Sunday or not, so we can't go there. So we'll go down here, we'll just follow this road down, which sort of takes us towards Bodmin, but we're not going to Bodmin. We're going to swing to the left and sort of head back to my sort of area. These roads are not too bad actually. I mean, they're narrow obviously, but they're not too wet and muddy, which is quite surprised. I thought they'd be really in a bit of a mucky old state, but they're not too bad. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen, well, I've been following obviously the guys who are doing this 2,500 mile motorcycle trip around the UK. They're now up by John O'Groats up that way somewhere, and I think they're sort of heading down the other side now. One of them I think's had to sort of heading home. He's got work and one another thing, so he's heading home, so he's done sort of over half the trip, and he's got to head back to, they're the three guys who are doing it, all live around Manchester area. Lovely fellas. They still, like I say, they stayed in my garden, camped in the garden, we had a bit of a laugh, bit of banter, and then I took them for a ride around Cornwall, which was absolutely awful actually. The traffic was really heavy, the weather was really bad, it just wasn't nice for the time of year, but hey ho, they done it and they went round. It's just part of the journey, I guess. And they've been suffering with the rain all the way up to Scotland. It's been raining quite heavy. It's just when I'll go on and moan about it, but it's just so unnaturally unseasonal actually, you know, for June, July, August. We normally get some decent weather. I think down here in Cornwall, I can say with it, well, I don't think we've had a whole day of sunshine, you know, when it's been warm and sunny all day long. Not yet could go out and sunbathe and stuff like that. We might get an hour or two, but it's definitely not been what's the word, hot and sunny all day long. Not sort of to stay on the beach. Must be awful for people on holiday. You know, you spend a lot of money on a holiday and with the kids, finding stuff to do with the kids, because the only thing you can do really is taking places, and it all costs a lot of money. So I like Bodmin. I mean, a lot of the houses around Bodmin are very nice actually. You've got some rough estates, or rougher estates as they say, but it's a nice town actually. Most of it's just old. So here's the railway on the left hand side there. Mate of mine who lives in the village, he actually volunteers here and looks after the track and does bits and bobs here and stuff like that. A couple of nice old diesel locomotives up there, look. I wouldn't mind some of these signs I've got around here, I'll tell you that. So yeah, it's a bit of a different video today. It's actually main roads and town centres, not so much down the country lanes. So we're just heading now down to Bodmin town centre. And for riding, this bike would be ideal as a city bike, riding around town. Oh, you know, if you lived in London or somewhere like that, one of the big cities, big towns, ideal to get out on a Sunday morning, go for your coffee shop stop, stuff like that. Lots of people who stop and have a look. I think everybody I ride past, you know, if of a certain age and stuff like that, all have a look, you know. So we're going to go straight through what they call Bodmin town centre. Like I say, look, it's a bit rough. Well, not rough's the wrong word. It's just a little bit run down. It needs a lick of paint and needs a bit of sprucing up. Like most town centres. A lot of shops are closed. I think Wetherspoons, there's Wetherspoons here on the left. I think it's either shut or changed hands. Yeah, it's up there. But look, when I ride along here and I look at a lot of these shops, a lot of them are closed down. You know, just left derelict. So I don't know why they don't, I'd say, build more flats and apartments. They could still just build them a bit higher up and stuff. There's no reason why they couldn't. So yeah, I've missed out on quite a few bike nights and stuff like that lately, and it's just the weather. The weather, we're going back on the weather again. It's about the fourth time now I've gone on about the weather. But there you go. I just hope September's a nice month, because I've got quite a big trip planned in September, and I really want to have a good, you know, a good ride, and it'd be nice if the weather's nice. We've got the Himalayan Odyssey towards the middle end of September. That's always a good, well, that was a good weekend last time I went there. It's a mixture of, well, just people get with Royal Enfield Himalayans getting together. You can go and do some off-roading or ride the roads, but it's not hardcore trails. It's a lot of it's the tank tracks and stuff like that the army use on Salisbury Plain. It's a really nice ride, really nice weekend actually. Anyway, like I say, I mean, I'm just overwhelmed by the people who subscribe and watch the channel. It's a bit of fun for me. Like I've said, I'm not a professional filmmaker or anything. It's not really a hobby that I follow, photography as such. I try and do it the best I can. My photography really is to try and record my adventures and stuff like that, and the things I do, so I can look back at them, have a laugh, and hope people get a little bit of enjoyment. I'll do sort of a few reviews and bits and bobs, and it's just my thoughts, my things. But this little motorbike, I think I was trying to work it out the other day. I've had about 40 or 50 bikes, something like that, between about 40 bikes over the years, different sorts obviously, and that's from when I was a youngster. That was, I think the first one was a rally runabout that I used for off-roading down the dirt, down the trails. Then I had a couple of Bantams that we wrecked, which I wish still had them now. And then I moved, when I sort of got older, my mum and dad bought me a Fizzy. I wish I still had that as well. I had a purple one, purple Fizzy. Then I moved on to a 250. I had a couple of Honda 500s, 750, etc. I went on to a VTR later on in life. I've had MZs. I seized the MZ up once on the A1 going to London, but I sort of let it cool down and it seemed alright after that. And then I've had gone towards more off-roady type bikes with the Trans Alp. I had a GS, not a big GS, a 650 GS. Few spots of rain now, so I might have to turn you off soon. I don't want to get the camera soaked, although it's supposed to be a waterproof camera, but it's got the audio sort of bit on it, and I don't think it's waterproof with that on it, so I think I'll be pulling in soon to turn it off. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please click and subscribe if you like what you see. If you don't have to, obviously, but and please, feel free to comment, ask questions if you want, give advice. I'm always open to, a bit of advice. Anyway, I'm just coming into a little place called Lanivet. Nothing famous about it, but it's a nice little village close to the A30. And I'll speak to you all soon. Take care for now.